Boys and girls, I'm Jimmy Carl Black, and I'm the Indian of the group. It's March 9th, 2022. I'm reviewing the elegy of the hippie dream. I did it yesterday with my favorite, which is Forever Changes. These are number 2 and 3. I'm giving you my top 3. I like threes. I like the third of a thing. What can I say? I like triangles. Um, and circles and squares. I like all the shapes, but it starts with a triangle. Um, anyway, if I could only remember my name, is the best Grateful Dead studio album. Now I know this is not a Grateful Dead album, but it is. Jerry Garcia, Phil Lesh, and Bill Kreutzmann are the band on this album, and David Crosby is a better songwriter than Bob Weir. So you just end up with the best Grateful Dead studio album. American Beauty might be better. This is the American Beauty era Dead. This is in between Working Man's Dead, American Beauty. So this is Dead at prime songwriting years, also prime playing years. And on this record, like especially on Cowboy Movie, which is this crazy Western opera, it's basically just the Grateful Dead performing "Take Me," down by the river. Like that's the chord progression is basically "Down by the river," but the lyrics are this really crazy story about this group of boys, men, come across this alluring Indian woman, and then eventually the woman starts to convince the party that they need to shoot the other members of the party, and the narrator gets his finger almost bitten off by the Indian girl, and then he concludes as he lays there playing possum, either pretending to be dead or literally dying. It's unclear to me whether he actually is killed or whether he's just pretending that he's dying, but he says he's laying there dying in Albuquerque. And it turns out she was no Indian girl, she was the law. Again, it's like it's 1971, right? It's not all peace and love anymore, right? The Grateful Dead are writing songs like New Speedway Boogie that are pointedly political and pointedly dark. This is the kind of post whatever fantasy. It starts with the fantasy. It starts with the beautiful music is love. Everybody's saying that music is love. Everybody's saying it's love, it's love. These are basically the only lyrics to the entire song. It's this really blissful song. Opens the record. Music is love. Then you get Cowboy Movie. Has some great bass from Phil. Has some great Jerry shredding. After that, you get Tam Will Pay High. Shout out people who went to Tam. I need some Tam. Which is instrumental. It's this like blissful, nice instrumental, folky, and there's no lyrics. It's singing. David Crosby just singing melodies, using the right words. Laughing, he writes words for. I like the music of Laughing better. I think it's very pretty. I like the playing on it. He has some cute lyrics in Laughing specifically. What Are Their Names is next. This is one of the more pointedly political songs, along with Cowboy Movie, in this record. Again, talking about the tension in society, talking about the unresolved things in the wake of the flood of the hippie dream. Traction in the Rain is lovely. It's a just very pretty piece of music. I enjoy it. It's like a very sparse acoustic piece. Song with No Words is a longer, jammier, blissful song with good Jerry playing, and yeah, there's no lyrics. He's just vocalizing melodies. Orleans is pretty as well. It's like a traditional uh, New Orleans music type influenced folk rock. Um, I swear there was somebody here. I'd swear there was somebody here closes the record. And I don't remember if this has any lyrics. I know it just goes out with just Jerry soloing. Um, Lyrics. I'd swear there was somebody here. I don't think there are lyrics to this song. If they are, I'll read them. Because it's the end of the record. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's lyrics. Mm. Yeah, it's an instrumental. There's no lyrics. Sorry to waste your time. There's a lot of instrumentals or songs that have lyrics that don't actually mean anything. They're just David Crosby singing these pretty melodies over a great backing band, which is the core of the Grateful Dead. They used to play gigs as David and the Dorks, where it would be Billy, Phil, Jerry, and basically David in the Bobby spot. And those are great gigs. I'll try to link those. I'll try to link what I can of David Crosby. Um, for me, though, the real, you want to get to really what's bullshit about these hippies? 1968. Frank Zappa told you. He wrote a record called We're Only In It For The Money, where he did a parody of the Sgt. Pepper's cover. It starts with Are You Hung Up, which is a piece of music concrete. It's like pastiche of tape noises and vocal effects, and people saying the thing I said at the beginning, I'm Jimmy Black, I'm the Indian, get the group, whatever. Also, they use this to return to these themes. Like, they return to Ugliest Part of Your Body. They return to the middle section of Concentration Moon, where it's like, all your children are poor, unfortunate victims of lies you believe. A plague upon your ignorance throughout the great despair of your ugly life. Where did Channing go when she went to town? Who are all these freaks that she brings around? All of your children are victims of systems beyond your control. Anyway, that type of stuff. But it starts out with this nice, like, waltz. Concentration Moon. Just like this, like, hippie, like, love thing. And then it gets interrupted by Zappa just telling you, it's all bullshit. It's all posturing. Which Who Needs the Peace Corps, which precedes this, does, I think, as well as any song. What's there to live for? Who needs the Peace Corps? Think I'll just drop out. I'll go to Frisco, buy a wig, and sleep on Owsley's floor. Walk past the wig store. Dance at the Fillmore. I'm completely stoned. I'm hippie and I'm trippy. I'm a gypsy on my own. I'll stay a week and get the crabs and take a bus back home. I'm really just a phony, but forgive me 'cause I'm stoned. Every town must have a place where phony hippies meet. Psychedelic dungeons popping up on every street. Go to San Francisco. And then Mom and Dad is this sad, it's like the confusion of the parents. Reminds me of Idiot Bastard Son later. Again, it's just these old parents that don't understand what's happening to their kids because they're getting kind of brainwashed into this hippie psychedelic thing. Telephone Conversation is great. It's this incredibly paranoid interaction. I don't know if this is a real phone call or who it's between. It seems to be between some female, maybe gal, and some other person, but they both are like, the woman on the other end of the line is saying, there's a man after you and he has a gun, and the woman on the line is like, I think we're being secretly recorded. It's just expressing the paranoia of this era. that's allegedly utopian. And then goes perfectly. It's connecting mom and dad in telephone conversation into bow tie daddy, don't you blow your nose, everything's under control. Don't start to do no thinking, just go on with your drinking, just have your fun, you old son of a gun, and drive home in your Lincoln. Yeah, it's a great song. Hairier Beast is great. It's talking about, again, like, the rejection of this person that's trying to assimilate, but now they have these wild hippie ideals, but they're not really well defined. They don't really stand for anything other than just the short-term hustle of pursuing bliss. And yeah, so they look to their parents as these, anarchist mistakes. It's like they can't accept it. But this song specifically is about women. It's talking about, it's like your face is painted, your hair is painted, basically, like the implication is like your brain is painted. And then Hairier Beast, I believe the narrator has sex with the woman who's making him feel bad about himself, and then all of a sudden everything is fine. Which segues perfectly into what's the ugliest part of your body, because it's like, okay, this is the woman saying I hate you, and then it's solved by just fucking her, basically. And then it's like, oh, okay, so like what really is the ugliest part of your body? Some say your nose, some say your toes. I think it's your mind. I think it's your mind. Dude, this is one of the best just doo-wop songs on the record, just melodically. This is one of the most enjoyable songs. Absolutely Free is nutty. Yeah, Absolutely Free is... Everything. Yeah, another tale of a lost soul, told over like a folk kind of monologue. This is a play. It's an audio play. This is not a record in the traditional sense. There's different characters, and the story progresses, and it's a play. Then it's flower punk. Flower punk is kind of like what you'd expect it to be, kind of like a punkish song about flowers. It's really like fast and wild and stuff. Hot Poop is just a piece of noise, just a piece of tape manipulated vocals, noise, concrete stuff. As is Nasal Retentive Calliope music. Sorry. Let's Make the Water Turn Black is a great song. I don't know what he's implying. I think the guy Kenny or whoever who's taking these black things that are, because they talk about how Kenny might take the soul of these other lost hippies or whatever, and it's like he's making the water turn black by taking these lost souls that he's somehow capturing, is my interpretation of Let's Make the Water Turn Black. If you follow the narration of the earlier stuff on the record. Then The Idiot Bastard Son is great. I believe this is where the middle section of Concentration Moon reappears. The all your children are born unfortunate victims of systems beyond their control. Yeah, Let's Make the Water Turn Black. Idiot Bastard Son. Great song. Then Lonely Little Girl. It's rocking. It's just like a short, like 1 minute, just guitar shredding, kind of sounds more like a normal Mother's song. Take Your Clothes Off When You Dance. Great song. I hope everybody gets to dance naked at some point. Then What's the Ugliest Part of Your Body? Reprise. Still Your Mind. Always Your Mind. Then Mother People, we are the other people, we are the other people, you're the other people too, on the way to get to you. And then the chrome-plated megaphone of destiny closes the record, which is unrelenting noise. It's aggressive music, concrete, manipulated noise. That, yeah, this is 1968, and Zappa's already doing that. Because he's a pretty bright guy, that Frank Zappa. But, anyway, both of these albums are perfect 10 records. Even though I think Frank Zappa would hate If I Could Only Remember My Name, and David Crosby would hate We're Only In It For The Money. I love both of these records equally because I'm a weirdo. I don't know, Hare Krishna, fucking 16.